Alright, so in today's video, we're gonna tackle the chassis, cut the rest of them brackets off. Cut the rest of them brackets off and then get the tubing and all that stuff welded in there. So let's get at it. Alright, so I got all the grinding done. There's going to be a little bit of a continuity issue because like I've been working on the truck for the last few days and I got a haircut and I cleaned my face up and all that stuff and it's getting warm, which is nice. So I'm not, you can't see my breath anymore in the videos and all that stuff. But I did get everything ground down. It looks all nice and stuff. And then I got my tubing from the rod garage. So here's what the chassis looks like after I got done grinding everything off. Looks pretty nice. I mean, it looks terrible, but you can't feel any of this. I mean, like, because if I were to grind that out, I'd be digging into it and all that stuff. But yeah, so you can't really feel that. It looks like you can see it, but you can't feel it. I mean, if I were to grind that out, it'd, leave big divots in the metal after I paint it. But yeah, that's what both sides look like. Shock tube still just tacked in. Got my brake tabs welded on for my stainless steel braided brake lines. Got that on there, and I got a new vent on here as well. I had to drill and tap that because the vent's 1/4 by 18 NPT. So I just had to drill it out 7/16 and then get a 1/4 inch 18 NPT tap. So that was all good to go. And then when you drill into an axle, so the shavings and stuff are very minimal shavings drop down in there. You just grease up the tool bit, or the drill bit, sorry. Grease up the drill bit, and then when you're drilling down there, you drill just nice and slow and just take your time and make sure not too much is falling down in there. And then, you just clean it out as best as possible, as well as greasing the tap as well. So that's all good and golden. And then I did start taking the bushings out of the leaf springs because I'm going to sandblast and paint those too. I got one bushing left to do. And then how I did that is I just drilled around it. I tried using my press, but the way it was pressing it out, it didn't feel real safe to me. So I just said screw it and did the old-fashioned way and just drilled all these out, or all around the rubber. And then I just take a chisel and hammer this and push it out that way. It's a little bit of a bear, but it does come out. It just takes a little bit of finagling. So I did that. And then I also took off all 4 of my calipers. So I got the calipers off of those. And then I painted them. I did this G2 caliper paint. It's a ceramic. I mixed blue and white together. I just have a little bit of white left. So I mixed blue and white together for it to do like a Mopar blue. It came out really nice. Like in this lighting, it looks like it's like a powder blue, like a real dark, like a light powder blue. But when you take it outside, it's a whole new shade of blue and it looks pretty darn close to Mopar blue. And then what else did I do? Oh yeah, tubing. So I got the tubing from the rod garage today, and I got 4 12 1/4 inch pieces of tubing, and then one of the 36 inch. I think it's a little bit longer than that. It's like 36 1/4 or some crap like that. But yeah, so I'm pretty much getting ready to do my 45s on these, and then those will be like that. But one thing I've always done to notch tubing is like I make myself a template. So all I do is wrap a piece of paper around the tube, and then I take tape and then tape around it. So I'd wrap this around the tubing, and then I tape around that, and then I'll just slide that off, and then take the sleeve off. Take the sleeve off of that. So that's going to be my template. And then I just smash it down, and then I just eyeball it. I just take the tubing itself and eyeball it, and then just kind of get it where I want. Then use a marker, trace it out, and then I cut it out with the scissors, and then I just keep fitting it on the tube until it fits real nice. So that's just the normal way I do it. If you don't have like a tubing notcher or anything like that, like one of those big tubing notcher setup, which I don't. So, and then when you got that, you just slide it over and then mark it and cut it out. Super simple. At least that's just the way, you know, I have to do it now, just because I don't have like a tubing notcher, and it's not that big of a deal. But we'll start getting this set up, and so I'm gonna try to make this like real quick, because I'm gonna try to cut down on my videos, like the time. But here's what I got done. This is actually over like a week or so. But this is so I got all my tubes tacked in there, ready to go. I got my shocks, so I need to move those brackets. So I got all that good to go. Everything's square, everything's measured out good, ready to go. I disassembled the axle, took the front suspension off, all that kind of jazz. So that's all taken off. She's bare up here, so I'm gonna go through and clean all this up. And whoa, terrible lighting. There we go. I'm gonna go through and clean all this up, chassis saver it and whatnot. I might just do like right here, so then that way I can do all the rest of the stuff later. Just pop the wheel off and do the rest of the stuff. But all the stuff where all the suspension's bolted. Man, it's terrible lighting. There you go. Where all that stuff's bolted, you know, I won't have to worry about all that. But that's more or less it. And then I also have a bunch of parts in my trunk of my bed, like all the suspension and all that stuff, ready to go to the powder coater. Those are going to go to the powder coater as well, because I'm going to get the hubs powder coated. And then log drums are going, but I have to get these bushings out yet. Just these two. So, I mean, I got the rod out, or the sleeve out, I should say. But the rubber in there is vulcanized in there. So I have to sit there and mess around with that and get those out. But that's where I'm at with that, and that's where we're going to end this video. I mean, I could probably make this video way longer, but I'm going to try to keep my videos under 10 minutes now, and then get like better content and whatnot. I'm going to see if I can maybe pick up like a GoPro in the next week or so. But I'm going to call it there, and then I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then.